What's up, guys? It's Tim with Nomad Trading. Hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. I wanted to jump on here live and kind of show you this stock NURO that's going straight beast mode. NURO. I've got a little bit of FOMO going on here. I've been watching this thing since it was down here in the twos. I couldn't find any news on it. At the time, it had only traded maybe 8 million shares or so. Now it's like 15 million. But anyway, a little bit of FOMO going on. Didn't see any news, so I was hesitant to buy it. I was watching it down here in the twos, saw it break over the high a day, and I thought about going long right here, but I didn't. And then whenever it pulled back here and retested it, again, I should have got in, but I didn't. So now I've just been watching it the rest of the day with FOMO. Hopefully you guys made some money on it or saw it out of the gate there, but I didn't anticipate it going this high. If we look at the daily chart, it's really, at that time it was down here in the twos, not at all a clean looking daily chart. I like to see a clean breakout where the daily here, all these different days would have been lower, and this nice big green candle would have been up in the clear blue sky. So at that time, it was below the 200 moving average, below the 50 moving average. Didn't have any news that I could find. The chart was nothing but going down for the last 100 days. And even if we go back 200 days. So at the time, the stock was down here and it had all this resistance. Everybody that would have bought, anywhere in here and held it all the way down would be looking to get out. But on the other hand, what we have is a short squeeze. This is some kind of major short squeeze, unless there's news that I can't find. It's got to just be squeezing shorts. People that have been shorting this whole way down got trapped as it started making its way up. And anyway, it's gone straight beast mode. There were so many opportunities to get in, and that's just trading, guys. Trading, you're going to have FOMO like I have today. It's inevitable. No way around it. You're not going to catch every move on every stock. You're definitely going to spend a lot of time on the sidelines like I am today, wishing that you'd got in and held it this whole time. Hell, I could have got in right here as it broke through the high of day and held it. Could have got in right here as it broke the high of day and held it. But again, it just looked like it had a lot of resistance and wasn't a very clean chart on the daily. Didn't look like the cleanest breakout, so I just kept watching it. But man, it's just been squeezing all day, higher and higher. And just when you think, whenever none of this was there and you're just watching it down here, I'm thinking, man, it's looking overbought. It's getting beyond where it can go, and then it pulls back. And I think that I'm right in my thesis that it's going to just pull back. Doesn't have any strong news that I can find, but then it just takes off again and keeps going. So who knows how high this thing can go? It's already gone all the way up to $6, which is just crazy. Started down here at around $2 this morning, pre-market, $2, $2.20. At this point, I can't see myself buying it unless it were to play out. I don't know. I'd like to see a significant pullback. I have a hard time buying stocks when they're up 200%, even if it does start to break the high of day. When it's up 200% and it's already broken out, multiple times throughout the day, and we're getting into the noon hour and into the afternoon, when stocks tend to weaken, especially if they don't have a strong catalyst. So I don't know if I'll be buying this later on. Have to see how the chart develops. Other than that, AIKI was another one that was going beast mode out of the gate. Went from 70 cents or so all the way up to a high of 270. So could have made $2 a share on that. Could have made huge money on that. But this is one of those plays that was a halt. Got halted right here, halted right here, halted right here on the way down. Just gets really risky. Sometimes I'll play a halt, especially maybe the first or second halt on the way up. But they're very tricky to play, and also you can get caught on the wrong side of it. If you get caught in this halt going down real quick, you can be underwater and it may never come back. And I've learned that lesson the hard way several times. Got caught on the wrong side of a halt going down, and it never did come back, and I had to take a big loss. So it's a little bit more of a risky play. Probably not something I would recommend if you're new to trading, because it's just such a. If I do buy a halt, I'm usually trying to buy it coming out of the first halt, and just scalp it real quick and get back out of it. But now it's halted again, as you see down here. Another thing is there are times where stocks get halted and they don't unhalt. I've seen them get halted. I think it was Elfin, LFIN, a stock, I don't know, a year or two ago. There's been several of them where they get halted several times, and then they end up getting halted and they don't unhalt for several days or even months while they get investigated for some shady practice or something that they've done to profit from the stock being up so much. So anyway, it's just a risky thing. You don't want to be caught in a long-term halt. You don't, even if you're caught in this right here, imagine if you bought in here thinking it was a dip buy or something, and you get caught in this halt. And typically circuit breaker halts are around 5 minutes, but this one's already gone longer than that. So now you're panicking and wondering how long it's going to be halted, and when it resumes, is it going to resume a lot lower? It looks like the bid and ask, or it's probably going to resume lower and head lower after that, but you never know. It's just a bit of a risky play. I was watching Works from yesterday, but it hasn't done a whole lot. It had a little bit of a run there off of its lows, but no setup that I would be looking for. It's yesterday it was the crazy stock of the day, but it's just pretty much faded all the way from after hours all day into today. If it keeps holding up fairly strong today, and doesn't come all the way back down here, because it's a coronavirus play, like I said yesterday, I could see this being a multi-day runner. It is possible. If we look on the daily chart, it did break out completely up in blue sky territory. And today, it has come down, but it's not come all the way back down. It's still holding fairly strong. And considering the catalyst, I would not be surprised if it ends up running again tomorrow or the next day or Friday. So it's going to be one that I'm going to watch. You just got to watch the chart and see what happens with it. Other than that, all these stocks are stocks I found on my scanner. I basically just look at them on the scanner and see if there's anything I like. CHFS, pretty cheap stock. Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty beaten down, but nothing I really see that I like as far as a technical setup. I'm pretty much looking to buy low float stocks on breakouts, so it's a pretty narrow set of things that I'm looking for. Anyway, that's about it. Looks like the only one I'm really watching close at this point is NURO, NURO. We'll see what it can do. You guys can watch it the rest of the day, see if you see any setups you like. Maybe we'll talk about it later. I might make another video later. We'll just see. But I wanted to jump on here live and kind of give you guys, anybody that doesn't have charting or the ability to watch the market live, this is kind of what it looks like when you're watching it live. So kind of watching it unfold. Check it out. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Check out some of my other videos. I'll be making more in the future. Let me know what you want to see. Until then, peace.